I've been speaking to you about getting a mortgage, and I've got some questions for you, which you may find a little unusual, but in a way, I think it's important questions to ask.
Okay.
I wanted you to clarify for me exactly what you're going to be offering me supposedly £40,000. I want to understand what exactly is money, and if I was to take a loan from you, where would the money come from?
I'm confused what you mean by that. You've got down on here. I think we've got was it extra 45,000 additional borrowing.
That's right.
We've got down, and I believe I think have you got the offer documents? Have you received those? Okay.
Yeah, I've received the documents, but my question is, what exactly is money? So, when this 45,000 is not, you're not actually going to sort of deliver a tray of 45,000
We
pounds to me.
transfer that into your first account.
Right. So it would be like a digital. What would actually be happening is there would be a change in my account in the kind of digits.
45,000 on the mortgage.
Yeah.
45,000 will be credited to your first.
Be credited to my account, right? So where did that money come from exactly? Where did you as the bank get that money from?
That's a good question. We're part of the HSBC group, and obviously they might get it from the money market, but I don't know that side of things of where the actual money comes from. We basically, like any bank, they get money in from either from savings they receive, or they may be borrowing it from other banks or other financial institutions or the money markets.
Right. So
exactly where your particular 45,000 comes from, is it possible to know exactly?
Right. I'll tell you why. One of the reasons why I'm asking is because recently I had the privilege of reading the Terrorism Act, which says that anybody who uses money in any shape or form that has any connection to acts of terrorism could be liable for being part of that. So how can I be sure that the money that is being lent to me is absolutely legitimate? If you're telling me that nobody knows where it comes from and it was borrowed from...
Somebody would know, but in the mortgage department, we have no idea. I don't deal with that side of getting the fundings in. That's done at a different level there, isn't it? But obviously, as a reputable bank, we're part of the HSBC group.
Yes.
We've a good reputation. We didn't get into problems with the financial crisis at all. We have a very good reputation in a bank.
Right.
Obviously, if you don't want the money, that's fair enough. But
no, I understand. It's not that I don't want the money.
As far as I'm aware, there's been. We're very keen on checking on these things. Where if anybody wants to put money in, but we have very strict and stringent money laundering checks in place for any funds that are deposited with the bank. So we do take certain territories, which obviously I'm not going to go into, various territories. There are certain restrictions or there are very strict money laundering checks in place.
Right.
You can be rest assured that everything is done very vigilant to make sure that any funds that we do lend to customers have not come from that situation.
Right, I hear that. But sort of in relation to this, can I be sure that the bank hasn't just created the money out of thin air? Because you see, what you're telling me is what actually happened. If I was to accept this supposed, so-called loan or mortgage, what will actually happen on the day is that someone will go, the computer will be programmed so that that there's a change in the digits on my account. Yes.
Yeah.
How can I be sure that HSBC are not just sort of creating this money out of thin air?
Because, the thing is, there are things like if you go into details of things like the balance of the accounts, year-end accounts, balances there, all the statements on there, they have to comply with certain percentage-wise of we've got sort of full reserves in place.
Yeah, you have to have reserves in place, but if I'm not mistaken, I'm no expert on this, but fractional reserve banking means that you only have to have 10% on reserve, which begs the question: where did the other 90% come from?
Right, I obviously don't know the answer. As far as well aware that we are a legitimate bank, as you will, and the funds are not. I can't understand why you come first with Mr. Shine. I mean, we are sort of we are a very reputable bank.
Oh yeah, I know. I understand.
We wouldn't just create money to sort of cost of eating, just produce money so that we don't actually be able to back up in there. We wouldn't certainly do that. And we do checks of every customer
Right.
on that. And I'm just a bit baffled of why you're so concerned. We are the funds that you'll get wouldn't be coming from any disreputable forces. We wouldn't be just doing that to get up. So we make sure that we wouldn't get into any financial difficulties that way. We wouldn't
Right.
lend money that